Hi everyone. In today class, we are going to discuss Unit 3, which is all about respiratory related equipment. So when we say respiratory related equipment, in the sense there are a variety of device equipments are there. But in our syllabus, we just going to concentrate on major three equipments. One is a spirometer, second one is pneumotachometer, and third one is ventilator. So these are three major equipments we are going to cover under the topic of respiratory equipment. So I think you might know what is about spirometer. It's a device. Again, it's going to measure lung volume and lung capacity. Again, you might ask question like why we need to assess the lung volume and lung capacity of any person. The thing is that the normal respiration process, everything is being involved by the functionality of lungs, right? So if the lung capacity and lung volume says everything about the total functionality of the respiration. So if we measure that particular parameters, we come to know what is the status of the lungs. Okay, so so that so that we can easily derive what kind of problems the person could have related to the lungs and so on. So that is the main motto of having these particular devices. Okay, so second one is pneumotachometer. So as like spirometers, the pneumotachometer is also device which is meant to assess the airflow, the airway pressure in the trachea or the channel from mouth to lungs. Okay, so that air pressure, airflow we can measure with the help of pneumotachometer. Again, which is one of the major device to assess the functionality of lung. Third one is like ventilators. You might know this particular device very well compared to other two device. So the ventilator is like life supporting equipment. It's going to just assist the people who having difficult in breathing. Okay, so there are some cases or some condition the people not able to do respiration. They some may have some problem related to the lungs, so the people feel very difficult to breathe or to inhale or exhale. So in that case we need some additional support. Okay, so or we are either partially or fully we need some support from external, so in order to make your lungs be inflate or relax. Okay, so in that case we can go with water ventilator. So these are the major three equipments which is in around revolve around respiration function. Okay, so with this we will start the this topic. So for that, as I said before, we should know like what is maybe respiration. Okay, so because the thing is that we are just going to cover here all kind of respiratory device. So first and foremost we should know the basics of what is respiration, what is the how does the mechanism of breathing is happening inside our body, everything. So unless until we don't know this, we can't like get we can't have a basic more knowledge about what is the spirometer or what is or ventilators and so on. So let's start with the basic introduction like breathing. Okay, so we as all we do, the breathing is nothing but it's a respiration. The main purpose of breathing is that we need oxygen, right? We have to intake the oxygen, and again we have to exhale the CO2, that is a waste gas that has to be get out from our body. Okay, so this is the process happening because all our cells or the organs in our body, in order to have proper functionality, in order to maintain the hemostasis in our body, we need something called oxygens to be in proper proportion. Okay, and also CO2, again that is a waste product, it has to be expelled out. So in to have everything in a proper manner, there is one mechanism, that is a respiration, through which everything, the oxygen intaking and CO2 escaping, everything is happening. So that is what the breathing. So breathing, here we are intaking air and out and expel out of CO2 out of your body. So everything is like controlled by our voluntary action. Either you can hold your breath, right? So that is the kind of voluntary action. You can hold your breath for 1 second or 2 seconds. It means that you can control your inspiration expiration, that is the breathing process. So since you can able to control this process of respiration is the voluntary actions. So as I said before, the breathing is like involve major two stages. One is ventilation, another one is the gas exchange. So ventilation is just inhaling and exhaling. That's all. The amount of air is getting inside your body, and amount of air, few amount of air is getting outside of your body. So this is what the ventilation. Whereas the gas exchange is something, the utilization of oxygen or the exchange of oxygen is happening between alveoli to blood vessels or blood vessels into cells. So these exchange of gases is called a second stage, and ventilation is the first stage. Okay, first we have to intake the air, and second stage is going to be the utilization of that air. Okay, so this two stages is all about the breathing. So either of this stage is failed, then obviously the person will end up with some respiratory problems. So these two stages have to be synchronized in way so that the person have normal ventilation without any assistance is needed. Okay, so respiration. So yes, the respiration ventilation is the normal inhalation and exhalation. The respiration is, again, there is a two types. One is external respiration, another one is internal respiration. So the external respiration is the movement of oxygen from the lungs, that is the alveoli, into the blood vessels. Okay, so because you know there is the part which is there in the lung, end of the lung, that is the alveoli. The alveoli is innervated by some network of capillaries. These capillaries continued with veins, arterioles, and so on, right? So what happened when the air is taking inside our body, inside our body, it's passing all the way through the trachea, then to bronchioles, and then alveoli. From alveoli, the O2, the gas O2 molecule will get diffused, and then it will get diffused and it get into the blood vessels. So from the blood vessel, this exchange, okay, from alveoli, the O2 passage from alveoli to the blood vessel is called external respiration. But the processes will not stop here. It will get continue, because the ultimate aim is this O2 has to reach to the organelle cell. Then only the cell will get the fuel, the energy to have their own functionality. So the blood, again the blood vessels and the blood will act as a messenger. It has act as a carrier here. It will carry all the O2, whatever we have intake. Okay, so the all the O2 to all the way it will get reached to the organs. Okay, respective organs. So the exchange of O2 from the blood vessels to the respective organs, that process is called internal respiration. Okay, so the thing is, in breathing mechanism you have two stages. One is ventilation, another one is gas exchange. So in ventilation we are just having inhalation process and exhalation process. But in gas exchanges, that is what called respiration. So in gas exchange process, that is a respiration, again you have two types. That is from where to where the O2 molecules, gas molecule is getting exchanged. Based on that you have two types. One is external respiration, another one is internal respiration. So in external respiration, the O2 is moving from the alveoli to the bloodstream, and from bloodstream to alveoli, no, from bloodstream to the cell, it's called internal respiration. So this all together, it's happening as a mechanism for breathing process. Okay. So next, in next class, we will see in detail about what kind of volume changes happening when the person is inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so thank you.